How's it going, everyone? Kyle with Dirt Bike Channel, and you're going, dude, you're on a street bike. That's right. I'm on a KTM 1290 Super Adventure S, and this is a bike that you can win. Now, I have not shown you anything because this is the first time that I'm filming anything on this bike. So, headed down to a little birthday party for brother-in-law in central Utah, and yeah, I'm on the 1290. This is what we look like. Amazing bike. This is the first big street bike that I've owned, and I'm gonna shut this off until we get going. So here we go. So bike's got amazing power. It's got great engine management. This thing will just rip. It will fly. Pretty warm day today. It says it's 91. I don't think it's 91. I've got the crash jacket on just in case. It's a little warm. I've got the vents open. But yeah, this bike, it's got pilions on it. I've got my buddy Connor on the back here. And this is not my first street bike, but it's my first big street bike. And this sucker is amazing. It's fun. I got it last year to go on some rides with my dad. We did one good overnight camping trip and just haven't really done a whole lot since. But I figure we're getting to at least a little bit curvier road. Oh, here we go. Love stoplights. That was a joke. I don't really love stoplights. It's funny because I'm a two-finger clutch guy when I'm on the street bike. It's got a Magura clutch, great clutch. You've got Brembo brakes. The brakes are absolutely incredible. I mean, dual disc Brembo brakes on the front. It's anti-lock brakes. You cannot skid this thing. I mean, it's just, the stopping power is absolutely amazing with this bike. Just watching that thing count down. Acceleration is unbelievable. I mean, I've wheelied this thing when I wasn't even trying before. So super awesome engine management. Like I was saying before, you've got different ride modes. You have like engine mapping for sport, street, rain, and off-road. I've never taken it off-road, and I don't think I ever will. Close my visor so it doesn't get too loud here with the wind. But see, this thing will just scream. I was barely even getting on it. Speed limit here is only 60, so we'll just click up. Also got cruise control. I'm able to just go boom, go on cruise control. I'll set it. Oh, whoop. I'll set my cruise right now for 69. If we can get it to go up, there we go. 69 miles per hour. You know, the best. If you're going to put it on cruise, 69 is not a bad one, right? You can see awesome screen. I've got a warning light on this saying that like my fuel light and my fuel sensor must have gone bad or something happened with it last fall, because the last time I went to ride it, it's got me a warning for low fuel. I'm just going off my trips, the trip counter, so I don't know if I'll have time to fix that. If you know how to fix that, I've watched some videos online of some people that had like stuck fuel sensors. See, I just bumped the brake there and then it'll drop down off cruise. You can also just cancel it up here. So the cruise is a really great feature for those long trips. Obviously this isn't a super long distance here, but I just wanted to show you that. So I'll cut this thing. Oh, we got to go again here. I'll cut you back on when we get in some twisties. So here we are on the 1290 Super Adventure S here. It's a pretty incredible bike. I don't know how much you heard. I thought I was recording just a minute ago. It's fun to get out and ride these things. I try not to, I'm not a big street bike guy. You gotta ride like you're invisible so you don't get killed. I like to go on twistier roads because the straight roads are just kind of boring. But 1290 cc's, this thing pulls like a beast. And it's got brakes. It's got brakes that are absolutely incredible. You've got a Magura clutch over here, Magura hydraulic clutch. You've got Brembo brakes, dual disc brakes on the front. Obviously one brake on the rear. It's ABS, anti-lock braking system. So you're not ever you know, skidding the wheel. It's amazing the control that you have on a bike like this. And then hardly any buffeting. The windscreen, this is a Puke aftermarket windscreen. It's one of the few things that I changed. Here we are doing 76 miles an hour and it's not buffeting me at all. Especially down at my legs. The fairing, it just protects you a lot from the wind. I'll go ahead and turn on my cruise control and just set that. I've got cruise set at 76. Makes it so I can release my right hand. That makes it nice for those longer trips, you know. And so just, there's a lot of really cool things about this bike. They've got engine management in this thing where you've got different ride modes. Like I can show you in the thing here. I'm just gonna get over, let this car pass. But you've got different ride modes where you can do, say, sport mode on the motor and sport mode on the suspension. That's where I'm riding right now. Sport on the motor, sport on the suspension, and yeah, just having a ball. The thing just tracks straight as an arrow. You can have this thing up to plus 100 miles an hour plus, and it's just like boom. It's like on rails. This thing just is so smooth, so stable, and that is amazing. Another thing I like about it is just it's so torquey. Doesn't matter what gear you're in. You know, we're in 6th gear here doing 75 miles an hour, and if I grab a fistful of throttle, dude, we're doing 90 in no time at all. And that's without shifting down. You give a couple of downshifts and this thing starts to feel like a rocket ship. You know, so I can't remember if the camera was rolling or not, but you know, the funnest places to ride a motorcycle like this are on the twisty mountain roads. Problem is, I can't always be on the twisty mountain roads, and you get some of the boring interstate stuff in between. So, yeah, street bikes aren't as fun to me as dirt bikes, but it's a more fun way to get around than driving a car. You know, my dad says that when you're out on a street bike, you actually get to experience it. When you're in a car, you just drive through it and you don't really experience it. But when you're on a motorcycle out on the road, you really experience it. You get the heat, the smells, and you're actually in the atmosphere, and it's a totally different, you know, travel experience. And that is true. He's done a lot of motorcycle traveling in his life, way more than I have. It's just kind of been his thing, and he's put on a lot of miles, and he's right. You do experience things in a whole different way on a motorcycle than you do in a car, and it's more fun. Like, I'll be dead honest, it's more fun to, you know, go for an hour-and-a-half drive on the motorcycle than it is on the car. It's also a little bit more fatiguing. I mean, you don't get to relax as much, but that's fine. Interesting thing is, last year I did almost fall asleep a couple of times on this thing, because you set cruise control and you're just going along, and it's warm and the wind is hitting you and everything, and I almost dozed off a couple of times. So got to make sure I don't do that today, because I've got Connor, my buddy, on here, my 13-year-old son, on with me. We do not want to fall asleep today.